Yeah. So today's we are going to get started with the next topic. Yesterday we have discussed about that what is with digital marketing, what is the future of digital marketing, why we are learning digital marketing, what are the components of digital marketing, what are the jargons we use in digital marketing. All these things we have discussed in last class. In today class onwards we will continue to use these jargons, but step by step we will go and look into detail of all those channels, all those component, all those processes which we have discussed in the first class, right? So the first thing about the digital marketing, you must have digital presence, right? Yeah, the first step is you must have your website. That means your digital product. Second step, it's not the step exactly, it's the component. It's the component which you have to work. You cannot miss any components. So it's not exactly the steps you have to work on one by one. Simultaneously, you can work on these components. The first component is your website. Second component is you should know to whom you want to expose, who is your exact target audience. And third component is marketing material. You can create marketing material according to your target audience and according to your product features. What is the USP? What is the features of your product? And who is your target? According to that, you can create the marketing material. And third major component of your of digital marketing is that awareness plan. On what digital marketing channel you are going to expose your ideas, like you are going to expose your marketing material. So we will discuss about that. The fourth step is awareness. Third step, Bharat, third step is marketing material, not a step. The third component is marketing material, and fourth component is awareness planning. In awareness planning, we will discuss all the marketing channels of the digital marketing, like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Gmail, earned media, owned media, paid media, YouTube. All these are digital marketing channels. We can pick and choose all those digital marketing channel in which we want to do advertisement or which we want to expose our website. So that is the awareness planning. And next step after that, fourth step is awareness planning. Fifth component is conversion optimizations. That is CRO, conversion rate optimizations. You are going to optimize your website for the better conversions. That is, whoever is coming on your website must do action according to your desired plan, according to your decision, according to your guidelines. They should take the action, whether they might buy your product, or they might do the form fill-ups on your website, or they just subscribe to your newsletter, or they share your content in the in their social network. So you can decide what action you want your user to take. So that is the conversion rate optimization, CRO. That is the fifth component, major, very important component of digital marketing is CRO, uh, conversion rate optimizations. And repeat. Okay, Subham, just I'm repeating. First component is your website. Second component is your target audience. Third component is your marketing material. Fourth component is your awareness planning, in which you can decide on which digital marketing channel you want to expose your marketing messages. So that is awareness planning, fourth step. And fifth component is conversion rate optimization. Fifth component of digital marketing is conversion rate optimization. And sixth component of digital marketing is analysis, web analytics. Understand your user behavior, that analytics or analysis. And the seventh step is loyalty building. The whoever all has become your customers, how you can upsell them, cross sell them, how you can get advantage of your existing customers. So these are the seven major component of digital marketing. These are the most important pieces pieces of the puzzle. If you can put all these pieces of the puzzle together, you can have very effective complete digital marketing in place. So product, target audience, marketing material, awareness planning, conversion optimizations, analytics, and loyalty building. These are the major important component of digital marketing. So we are going to start with the first component, that is the website. So few of you have already website. Nikita, what was your website? Just name your website. Just name whoever has your own website, just name it right now. Nikita, you can name your website. News Buzz India. Rohit, no, Rohit has News Buzz India. Nikita has book Doorstep. And Prakash has magazinestories.com. That's nice. Any one of you other have any website? Okay, so today you are going to create a free website. Whoever does not have their own website, you can create your website right now on subdomain. Rohit has hindi.newsbuzzindia.com. That's nice. So in which platform your website has been created? Rohit, Nikita, Prakash. Which technology, which platform? WordPress. Rohit has created their website in WordPress. Very nice. Prakash has also created in WordPress. Nikita is saying GoDaddy means website. Uh, GoDaddy has one software, website builder. Nikita, you have created your website in website builder, right? Website builder. You might have used website builder. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So if you are planning to have your own website, the first thing, who have their own website, it's all fine. Congratulations. You can control that website. You can optimize it. You can market it as per the learning. Who does not have your own website, I'm giving just a brief idea how you can get started with your own website, right? Ready for that? Yes. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you. So what is the first thing you need to have your own website? What is the first step you need to know if you have your own website? If you want to have, Rohit, very fantastic. First thing you need a domain name. So first thing you need a domain name, and that domain is a paid services. Yeah, that you must have your product, services, information, ideas ready, and you are going to have their digital presence. That is, you are going to have your own website. So to have that website, first thing you need a address on the virtual space, and your domain name is your address on the virtual space. So what are the characteristic of domain name? If you are going to buy a domain name must be a domain name is a paid services. You have to pay the rental for the domain, right? You can book a domain for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, and 10 year, right? So longer the period, longer longer the period, better better the ranking. So if domain have a longest period of registration, like if you have booked a domain for 10 years, that is a factor in ranking. How long you have booked a domain, it's a factor in ranking. So when I'm saying factor in ranking, it doesn't mean that this is the only factor. There are 200 plus factors are there which decide the search engine ranking. Right now, it's one of the factor. It's not the only factor. It doesn't mean that a new domain does not get exposure in the search engine. It is just one of the factor. So all these factors combined together can make your website better, can have your website better ranking in the Google, but it's not not the only factor, right? So how long you have registered your domain is a factor in ranking. Domain age is a factor in ranking. How old is your domain? There are 200 plus, Bharat, there are 200 plus factors in ranking. In Google ranking, there are 200 plus factors. Domain level factor, page level factor, hosting level factor, content level factor, link level factor, so social level factor, mobile level factor, local level factor, personal level factor. So there are so many other factors which combined together make your website visible in the Google or other search engine. But no single factor can guarantee you search engine ranking. All these factors combined together, you have to just try that maximum you can work on the maximum of the factor or most of the factor, but no single factor can give you any kind of guarantee. So all these you have to make a balance on which factor you can work or on which factor you want to compromise. So domain is also a factor, and presence of keyword, presence of keyword in domain, presence of keyword in domain is also a factor in ranking. But you have to make a balance that when you are placing the keyword, your domain name should not be very big. Your domain name, you have to try to get the domain name small, short and sweet. Small, short and sweet domain name. You must have a small, short and sweet domain name. In future, that domain is easy to brandable. A brand, your domain name must have a easy to create that brand. So brandable. Domain name should be brandable. So these are the few factors in the on the domain level. Again, you can have top level domain, that is you can have .com or .in or .net or .org or .info. Yes, Prakash, very right. So all these are top level domain. All these are top level domain. So due to the popularity factor, the first preference you have to prefer .com. If you can get the .com domain, it's the fantastic thing. But if you are not getting .com domain, you can go for .net, .org as well. That is also nice. That top level domain has a specific thing related, like .in is more preferred in India, .co.in company in India, so it's more preferred in India. If you have particular target audience in a particular geography, then you can go for geographic top level domain, that is .in, .co.in, .co.uk, .com.au. So these kind of domain you can book, and this is also a factor in ranking, a small factor in ranking. So what is your domain name? .com is the first preference. Always .com is the first preference. Second preference, if you have geographical targeting, then you can go for the geographical top level domain. Otherwise you can also go for .net, .org, that .me, .info, .mobi, .travel, .cloth. There are so many top level domains are available. So these are the domain level factors. Apart from that, you can use Godaddy to register your domain, or you can use Bluehost to register your domain, or you can use hostgator to register your domain. So these are the different domain registrants where you can go and register your domain, right? So after domain, let's suppose you have booked your domain, you have decided that what is your domain. Some good example of domain is, for example, hello travel. Travel is the keyword present in the domain. So hello travel is a good example of domain. Snapdeal, deal is the keyword available in the domain, so Snapdeal is a good example of domain name. Aro wala is a good example of, aro means you are saying you are sharing your information about your business, and it's easy to remember as well. So these are the good example of domain name. If you have domain name like digital marketing services in india.com, this is the bad example of domain name. So you have to make a balance between what should be the name, what name you want to have in the domain, and how you can include the keyword as well in the domain name. So this, there should be a balance between these two factors, right? So let's this is the first thing you need to have to get started with your website. Now let me know what should be the next factor, what should be the next most important things you need to have so that you can get started with your website. Rohit, very right, it's the next thing, you need a hosting space. Hosting space. Prakash is saying optimizing the website. Optimizing is the next step. Until and unless you don't have your website ready, how will you will optimize it? So then even unoptimized website is up and running. It's not necessary that only optimized website is on the internet. Unoptimized website is also on the internet. So the basic, very basic requirement to have your website up and running is, first thing, you must have domain name. Second thing, you must have hosting space, right? So without hosting space, you cannot have your website up and running. And there are so many different kind of hosting space you can buy. It's a paid services. You have to pay per year, per month, per 3 years, per 5 years, per 10 years. You have to pay for these resources. You have to pay for the resources, or you have to pay for rental for the computer who is saving your content on their own computers, and whenever user is requesting for your website, they are serving your content to the users. So there are two purpose of this hosting space. Hosting server, in fact it's hosting server. The first responsibility of this hosting space, hosting server, is save your website data. And second responsibility of this hosting server is serve your website when your user is requesting for your domain. When some user is typing your website name, your server should able to serve the content associated with that URL, content associated with that domain name. So that these are the two prime responsibility of the hosting space, right? Hosting server. So what are the factors you will keep in mind while buying the hosting space? You have to buy it, it's a paid service. So what factors you will keep in mind while buying for the hosting space? What factors you will keep in mind? Just suggest few factors. Yes, very right. So the first few important factor is obviously what amount we would like to invest, that is price. Bandwidth is again how many services, how many serving your server should be able to do simultaneously. If 10,000 people are requesting for your domain simultaneously, your hosting server should be able to serve those 10,000 requests at the same time. So for that purpose, you must go for unlimited bandwidth. Unlimited bandwidth. What else? You must go for unlimited bandwidth, unlimited space. So all these unlimited feature, unlimited disk space, exactly, Prakash, right? So these unlimited feature, what I'm saying, unlimited, having some small star mark. When you go and buy these unlimited features, they will have some small star mark. When they exceed their limit, they will ask you to upgrade your server requirement or upgrade your server resources. You have to pay extra for that. But in initial, to get started with, number of domain you want to attach with the same hosting space. Yeah, exactly, yes, that you can also see the feature, how many domain you can host on the same hosting space, or how many databases you can create on the same hosting space, whether the hosting space hosting server has what operating system, whether this is Windows operating system or Linux operating system. The recommended one is always go for the Linux operating system in the hosting space. So these things you can keep in mind. Apart from that, one of the very important factors you while buying the hosting space is 99.9% time up and running. Your hosting space must be 99.9% time up and running. It should not go down, because your hosting server go down, then your website will go down. So it should not stop, it should not close. Your hosting computer must be up and running 24/7. Because it's a machine, so it's 99.9. Because it's a physical machine, there are chances to crash or something. So they're not guaranteed you 100%, but they guarantee 99.9% up and running services. And Prakash, as said, this easy control panel, yes, you because you are buying computer resources from somewhere else. You in fact you are buying a computer resources from the remote computer, hard disk or RAM and CPUs. You are renting a computer resources from third party computer. Bharat, I will elaborate on up and running. Just I'm just giving you that a few example. So easy control panel is also one of the factor. Easy control panel is the platform. Using that platform you can access that remote computer. Whatever the hosting space you have bought, you can access that remote computer, that how many CPU you have used, or how many RAM you have used, or how many disk space you have used, how your file is organized in that computer, how many domain you have hosted there, how your information or data on that domain is organized. You can create business email IDs on the hosting space. So these are the features available in the control panel. So easy control panel, one of the feature. Apart from that, security is also one of the very important feature. Security. Yes, Prakash, we will come to that cloud hosting as well while discussing the type of the hosting. Right now, we are just discussing the parameter, on which parameter, characters, on which factors you should decide which hosting space you should buy. So the security is one of the very, your domain, your hosting space must be secure. No third party, no any other unauthorized access should not be possible on your hosting space. You and only authorized person can access your hosting space, so that your data should be safe, should not be tampered by anyone else, should not be hacked by anyone else. Can you use one hosting space for my two website? Yes, you can use one hosting space for unlimited number of website. Rakshit, you are right. You can have unlimited web. You can add host unlimited number of website in the same hosting space, just to make sure you have buy the right plan from the hosting space. So security is one of the very important factor. How fast service your hosting space is giving you. If someone is requesting for the data, how fast that data is downloading or coming to your to the browser's computers, or requesters computers. That is the fastness is also a very important factor. Now come back to the questions Bharat has asked. Can you elaborate more on up and running? What I mean to say that 99.9% time up and running, we have bought a remote computer. We have bought to save our content on that remote computer. So if that remote computer goes down, or if that computer is shut down, then your data is not going to serve by them to your users. So I mean, when I'm saying up and running, that computer should not get shut down anytime. That computer must be always up and running to serve your content to your visitors. So that is, now it's okay. You understand, Bharat, what do you mean by up and running? Okay, that's nice. Mr. Arora, you got the answer about you can host unlimited number of website on the same hosting space. Now let's come to the type of hosting. There are many types of hosting you can go for. There are many types of hosting. The most popular and the basic one is shared hosting. Shared hosting means when the hosting resources is shared among lot of other websites. So the same hosting space is shared among lot of other websites, then it's a shared hosting. And to get started with, shared hosting is the best option to go for. Second is dedicated hosting. Dedicated hosting, when the hosting resources, RAM, CPU, hard disk, everything is dedicated to serve your website data to your visitors, then it is dedicated hosting. If the entire resources, all the resources you have bought is dedicated to serve your data, irrespective that resource is used optimally or not, that resource will be dedicated to you. In shared hosting, if you are not using the you are if your website is not using the resources, may hosting provider can share that resource with the other website. In the dedicated hosting, whatever resources they have dedicated to you, that will be dedicated to you. They cannot use that resources for to serve any other website. So that is the dedicated hosting. As you go up, as your number of visitors on your website increase, as the fastness to, you want to improve your fastness of the website, as you want to increase the security of the website, as you want to upgrade your hosting space, you have to pay more. So shared hosting is comparatively cheaper, dedicated hosting is comparatively expensive. Even if dedicated hosting is not solving your purpose, if dedicated hosting is not giving you that entire dedication or entire fastness or security or exclusiveness, then you can go for virtual machine. Virtual machine means you have bought the entire machine of the server, like you have bought a remote machine, and you can manage you can manage that remote machine the way you want. You can install it, you can reboot it, you can format it, you can add lot of hosting space, you can add lot of website to that machine, you can run antivirus on that machine. So everything you can manage with that virtual machine by sitting in your office. So if you want to go for the virtual machine, all the control, every control you have, but for that, to control that entire things, you need a skilled person who will monitor or who will manage your server. So that is the virtual machine. Again, the extra, apart from the cost of the machine, you also have to bear the cost of a skilled IT admin person who is going to manage your server, or who is going to manage your hosting space. So that virtual machine is again the next level you can go for. And apart from that virtual machine, you can also go for the co-located hosting. Co-located hosting. In that co-located hosting, you can configure your machine yourself, you can design your machine yourself, and then you can physically place that machine at to the hosting service provider premise. So that co-located hosting, for example, ICIC has one server in India and also one server in Singapore. So if some like earthquake or any unnatural calamities are coming in India, ICIC Singapore server can serve the data. So that way, ICIC has designed their own machine, designed their own entire hosting space, and locate it in the Singapore hosting service provider premise. So that this is the example of co-located hosting. As again, the cost will increase comparatively very high. The cost you have to bear for the co-located machine. And the next, the buzzword in the hosting space is cloud hosting. Cloud hosting, you don't know where your where on which computer, on which remote computer your data is saved, or which remote computer is serving your website data. You don't know. You have just you have to pay for the resources you are using, but you don't know that the resource is where that resource is located. So that is cloud hosting. You can easily scale up the services, you can easily scale down the services. In the next advantage of the cloud hosting is you can just use everything as a service. You can use required software as a service. You need not to install everything. You can just use the software as a service. Till the time you are using that software, you are paying for that service. Once you stop using that software, you will not pay for the services. So everything will be provided to you as a service, as software as a service, hardware as a service, or hosting as a service. So everything will be provided to you as a service. In the case of service, the advantage is that till the time you are using that service, for that period only you have to pay. Once you have decided that okay, I don't need that services, you are not going to pay for that particular service. So scaling up and scaling down is very easy in the cloud hosting space. So these are the different kind of hosting. And one more factor at in ranking in the hosting level, that is the physical location of the hosting. Physical location of the hosting. So again, when I'm saying it's a ranking in factor or factor of ranking, so doesn't mean that this is the only factor or this is going to give you any kind of guarantee. You can, if it is possible, it's preferable to have your hosting space in the physical location where physically your target audience are active. So if your target audience is in India, then you should buy a hosting space in India. If you are targeting the global audience, just prefer to have hosting space in US. If you are targeting UK people, then just prefer to hosting space in UK physical space. So that is a little bit of factor in ranking. But apart from this physical location, many other factors, that fastness, load time, security, bandwidth, space, control panel, security, all these are also factored in deciding the hosting space. So this is your second thing to for your website, without which you cannot get started with your dedicated website, dedicated hosted, self-hosted dedicated website. So after that, let's suppose you have booked your domain name, you have decided, you have also bought your hosting space. What is the third thing you require to get started with the website? What is the third thing you require to get started with the website? Any idea? Third thing. Content. Yes, content is required. So many websites are there which is up and running without content. I'm talking about the things without which you cannot have your website up and running. Third thing, whatever you are presenting in your website, it's you are presenting it in the human readable format or human understandable format, but you are presenting all these in a digital devices, using digital devices. So digital device understand some computer programming language or web programming language. They cannot understand human languages. So you need to know any computer programming language or web programming language to have your website up and running. Web programming language, right? So third thing required is the computer programming language or web programming language to create your website. You can decide which technology you want to use to create your website. So you can create your website in simple HTML, or you can create your website in ASP or in .NET or in Java or in Python or in Ruby on Rails, or in any computer programming language you can create your website. So now you can decide which programming language you want to use. So do you, to create the website, do you want to learn computer programming language, or you may use some software? Using that software you can manage your website in a little bit easier human understandable format, and that software will create corresponding code for you. Is it fine? If you are managing your website in a dashboard which is easily understand by understand by layman or human, you need not to know the programming language. You will just manage. Yeah, Subham, I mean to say that one way to create your website to learn the computer programming language, right? One way you can learn HTML, you can learn PHP, you can learn Java, you can learn ASP, you can learn .NET, you can learn any of the programming language, and then you can create your website. This is one way of creating the website. One way you can decide which computer programming language you want to create your website. You can learn that computer programming language and then you can create it, or either you can hire someone who know that computer programming language. That person will create your website in that particular technology of language. Second option you have, because so many websites, so many users to want to have their own website, and they also want little bit of control on their own website. So keeping that requirement in mind, so many software has come. You can use that software to manage your website, to create your website, and that software will generate corresponding computer language. That particular software will create code for you. So which option would you like to choose? Would you like to learn computer programming language, or you want to use the software which will generate code for you? You just manage the human understandable format. You will manage your website in the human understandable format, and that corresponding code will be get automatically generated by the software. Nikita has preferred the software. Yes. So there are so many software available in the market. Using that software, you can create your website and corresponding code will be get generated automatically. Yes, Rohit also prefer the software. Subham, now you understand? Yes, I will discuss the name of that software. Yes, okay, thank you, Subham. So we will discuss the name of that software, but third choice, third thing without which you cannot get started with your website, you have to choose in which technology, in which computer programming language, in which software you want to create your website, right? First, you have to buy domain name. Second, you have to buy hosting space. Third, you have to configure the hosting space for that particular domain. Fourth, you have to choose the computer programming language or any software to create your website, and then you have to install that software in your server to use it. Yes, platform, Rohit, right? So the fourth step, you have to use any software, you have to install that software in your hosting space. So right now we are going to use, there are so many softwares available. Most popular softwares are available as a CMS. That is, what is CMS? Anyone can suggest what is CMS? Content management system. CMS is the content management system. As a website owner, as a business owner, as a like not so technical person, we are more interested in managing our content. We are not interested in managing the code, corresponding code. So these content management system, this is content management system is a type of software. Using that software, you can manage your website content, and corresponding code will get generated automatically, right? So the popular CMSs are, there are so many CMSs available. The few popular are, the most popular one is WordPress, which we are going to understand in today's class. Today's class we will understand the WordPress, how you can create your website in the WordPress. So the most popular one is WordPress, and second, you can have your website in Joomla. You can have your website in Magneto. You can have your website in Drupal. All these are CMS. All these are content management system. All these software have their pros and cons, advantage and disadvantage to choose from. What I will suggest, if you are deciding about any technology or software to create your website, just choose the technology for which the skills are easily available on the market. If you will choose very rare skill kind of things, and then CSS is cascading style sheet. It's a designing technology. If you want to manage the design of your website, it is CSS, cascading style sheet. Using that that code, you can manage the design of your website, smoothness in that design. PHP is a web programming language. It's an open source. PHP is a open source web programming language, and most all the CMSs I have mentioned here right now, all these CMSs are created in PHP. These are the software. So software itself has to be created in some computer programming language, and these are PHP CMSs. PHP is the open source web programming language, and nowadays very popular web programming languages. So we can use any of the software. And one more thing you have to keep in mind, that website creation is not part of marketing. If you are responsible for marketing, 99% are chances that you are not going to create a website. You will get that website to do the marketing, to do the promotions. You are not going to create your own website. But as you are doing the promotion of a website, you should understand the component of the website. That's why we are discussing all these things, right? If you join any company, if big company, then that dedicated designer, developer, content writer, server admin person, everyone will be there to responsible to manage and create and plan your website. You have to promote that. So you have to act as a consultant. You may not be designing or developing or creating your own website. You are just acting as a consultant to developer, designer, website owner, and server admin person, right? So if you are not if you don't want to go into that technical part, if you can hire someone to create your own website. If you are planning to have your own business, then you can hire someone to create your own website. If you are planning to join any businesses as a job or as a career, then even you, most probably you will not going to create your own website. You will just act as a consultant to that business, and some developer, designer, content writer and server admin person will help you to get started with the website, right? So right now we will not go into much details, but I will give you the brief idea. If you are interested, you can explore those idea in detail, and then you can have your own website ready to get started, right? Fair enough. Yes, Bharat, Rohit, Lokesh, thank you. So after deciding the technology, we have decided that we will use the WordPress. We will use the WordPress to create our own website. After that, what else you need? These three things, the minimum bare requirement without which you cannot get started with your website. After that, you can manage. After that, you must have blueprint, blueprint, blueprint or mind map, mind map of your website. You must have blueprint or mind map of your website, means the number of pages you want on your website, or number of category, what is the services you want to have on your website, or what are the categories you want to have in your website, or what are the subcategories you want to have on your website, what are the product pages you want to have on your website, what are the features you want to have on your website, what you want in the menu, what you want in the footer, what you want in the header, what you want in the navigation sidebar. So these are, no, it's not the sitemap exactly, Rohit. It's not the sitemap, is little bit technical term which we will use in SEO. In a way, if you can create this blueprint in the form of sitemap, that is also fine. It's a when I'm saying blueprint, mind map, it's a very non-technical presentation of your website, vision of your website. It's very similar to a little bit of when you are going to create a home. If you have to create a home, you have to build a home, what the first thing you will do? If you have to build a home, what is the first thing you will do? You must have a map ready. Yes, a structure or map or architecture, that design marketing strategy. No, first thing, if you want to create your if you want to build your home, you must have at least that map ready. Then you are going to get started with the home. You will not dig a foundation in the first day. You will create map that where will be the living room, or where will be the washroom, or where will be the bedroom. You will design, you will create everything, you will design everything, then you will get started with the building. In the same way, when you are going to create your website, this is called information architecture. You can, in technical term, you can say that it's an information architecture. You can have your information architecture in place. Information flow or information architecture. So how you are going to organize your content on the website? Basically, it's how you are going to organize your content on your website. Hi guys, I'm just missing where your question panel has gone. Can you write yes, no, something? Then I will. Yes, yes, I got that question panel. So what I'm asking you. Yes, layout. Rohit, you are right. It's a layout of your website. Information architecture, layout or plan, layout of your website. A little bit planning, you must have that little bit of planning, that what kind of website you are going to create, whether you are going to create an e-commerce website or personal website or business website or blog website or image gallery website or video gallery website, or what kind of website you are going to create. So you will keep these things in mind, and then you will create the website. So now let's understand this in the PPT. Same thing I'm going to revise. Today we are going to discuss about the type of website planning, best practices of the website design, good design versus bad design, domain name. We will discuss all these things in today's class. So these are the type of website. This is one of the blog, like this is one of the blog. You can start a simple website as a blog. These simple website can be created in WordPress. This is very easy to create in the WordPress. You can have this kind of personal website and blog. You can have this kind of business website like home, about us, expertise, contact us, useful tips, and this kind of business website you can create in the WordPress or in any technology. You can create the marketplace, e-commerce kind of website. In e-commerce, especially this Flipkart is example of marketplace, where lot of buyers and lot of different sellers are coming on the same platform. So it's a marketplace website. Yes, e-commerce is also always there, but in e-commerce even it's a marketplace. You can have your e-commerce website where you can sell only your product. But in the Flipkart, many different brands, all these sellers are selling their own product. So it's a marketplace website. So apart from that, you can have listing kind of website, job listing or institute listing, or kind of like center listing, or you can have a listing kind of website. You can have directories kind of website, like business directories or local directories. You can create the review kind of website. These are the different kind of website you can create. You can create question answer website like Quora, Yahoo Answers, or answer.com. These are the question answer website. This is the forum kind of forum kind of website where people are anyone can come and ask their questions, and other people can come and answer their questions. They can rate their question. They can say that how much this answer, how much this answer is useful or helpful. So that you can start your question answer website, or you can start any kind of social media online communities kind of website. You can start photo sharing website. You can start video gallery websites. So these are the different type of website. So you can create a coupon website. There are so many coupon dunia or coupon raja. There are so many coupon websites are also there, where you can sell coupon related to all the online places, or you can sell, you can promote the coupon of a specific area, coupon only for e-commerce, or only for that mobile apps, or only for SMS recharge or mobile recharge coupons. That kind of coupon website you can create. You can create auction website where bidding can be done, like people can come and bid for a product. That you can create domain bidding website or product bidding website, or you can have if you have number of users, you can start bidding website as well. And then you can have knowledge sharing website, where you are you will share all kind of knowledges, or all generic knowledges, or all specific knowledges. Wikipedia is a platform where you can get the knowledge of every kind of things. And you can start like digital marketing wiki, means everything related to digital marketing. You can start engineering wiki, so you everything related to engineering topics. Or you can start let's suppose a college wiki, so everything related to college things. So you can start the knowledge kind of or wiki kind of website. So these are not the exclusive list. There are so many other kind of websites available to you. You can decide what's your vision, what's your business, what's your ideas, and according to that you can decide what kind of website you want to create. And you can choose that what should be the technology you should use for your website. If you want to have a good website, that let's suppose if you are looking for that your website comes under the good website, what is the first thing you have to keep in mind? What just share what's your idea to have a good website. What do you think? What is should be the characteristic of good website? Good layout, yes. What else? Good design, very good. First stage should be attractive, okay. User friendly, very important. Color selections, okay. Look and feel, everything is in the balance, okay, that's nice. Yeah, these are the few characteristic of the good website. So if you are working towards the goal of having a good website, you have to keep at least minimum two things in mind. That when your user is coming on your website, they should be getting answer of what you are doing, and why they should stick on, why they should buy from you. What and why? What product, what services, what informations, what questions, what are you doing on using your website, what exactly you are providing using your website. So that question should be answered within 30 seconds. If someone is coming on your website, they should not invest their time to find out what this website is all about. So they should not get lost that to just to get understand that what this website is providing. They should not waste their time in understanding what exactly you are providing, right? So the first most important characteristic about any website is you have to give the answer what you are providing within 30 seconds. Visitor should be able to get that answer what exactly you are providing. You are an educational institute, you are providing services, you are providing training, you are providing let's suppose consultancy, it's your profile website, it's a media sharing website, it's a question answer website, it's a knowledge sharing website. So that question should be answered within 30 seconds, right? Second most important thing about second most important thing about your website is why. Why anyone should stick on your website, why anyone should visit your website pages, why anyone should buy anything from you. So what and why, that what is what you are providing, why is basically how you are different from competitors, how you are different from, how you distinguish yourself from other same service providers. If you are providing training, so how you are different from others, what is the exclusive things you are providing. So these kind of two things, what and why, you should answer as soon as possible. Third is very easy navigation. Your that most important pages of your website, people should be able to reach on the most important page of your website within 30 seconds. People should able to reach your web on your important pages of your website within 3 clicks, sorry, within 3 clicks. So if it is, let's suppose if it is the website, uh, what's your website name, Nikita? It's a book bookdoorsteps.com. The spelling is right? bookdoorsteps.com. Okay, so on your website, if someone is coming to your website, they should be able to find first thing very easily that what you are providing, right? So that website, I'm coming to this website, call this number, we take orders through WhatsApp, how does it work, an overview. But it's free shipping on the order of this. It's I can understand little bit, but if it's related to book, first thing I can understand that this particular website is related to book, you are selling book. Second thing, why I should buy from you, why should I should not buy from any other places. So this reason you are providing that, you are providing the free shipping, or you are providing the exclusive coupon, or you are asking us to shop now. These are the few reason I can find that, okay, this is the this is for this reason I should buy from your website. But easy navigations, whatever is your most important pages, that should be very easily reachable. So if someone looking for these categories, it's very easy to reach, navigation is strong. This is called navigation, this is called information flow, this is called information architecture. So it should be easy to reach by author's name, or children's book, or non-fictions, or business and management, self-help, new release, fictions, academics. So that structure is nice to reach to the important pages, right? So but that why I should book from you, that is not very attractive one. Why how you are different from others, why there are so many booksellers in the market, why I should buy from you, why I should not buy from Amazon, or why I should not buy from Flipkart. So that particular why answer is not very convincing enough right now. So you understand the characteristic of good website? Yes. So these are the few example. You should be able to answer what, why, and navigation should be very easy. That on important pages, people should be very easy to reach to that important pages, and you should give them enough reason to be on your website. Yeah, that if there people are coming on your website and they are going back in within a few seconds, that means either they are not able to find what they are looking for, or your website is not engaging enough to, how do I convince people to buy from us, that we will discuss in the next step. Yes, Nikita, you have asked the questions, right? That we will discuss in detail in customer value optimizations, how you can convince people that you are the right platform to buy rather than going somewhere else. So you can do the brainstorming on that steps, a few steps we will discuss. Right now your website is good enough, it's an example of good website, but optimization is not the end of if you want to improve the website, there is no best version. You have to keep improving, you have to keep testing, you have to keep experimenting for the better version. So that minimum first step wise, yes, I can understand that it's related to book. I can understand these, you are providing some free shipping, and what it's related to some books, the listings are there, but that book your book door step, this is the exclusive thing if you are providing, that is not very clear enough. Anyways, we will discuss on that conversion value optimizations and sorry, customer value optimizations and conversion rate optimization. We will discuss that thing there. Right now you understand the importance of good website or bad website. Then this is the example of bad website. There is no relation bad what they are showing, how they are showing text are not clear. The readability factor, that your text should be very easy to readable. Readability factor, scannability factor, it must be there, that in your information, whatever information you are providing, that should be very easy to read. So that must be there in these websites. You can see that readability, scannability, design wise, navigation wise, what and why wise, these websites are not very clear. So it can be example of bad design. Now you can make a point, you can create a list of the things which you feel that it's a good it should be in the good website, and you can make a list of all those things which can make your website a bad website, right? Can you make those list? So note down as an assignment, you have to create the list of good practices, or what are the characteristic of the good website, whatever we have discussed here, that you can also list. But apart from that, what's your general feelings when you go to the internet and explore different kind of website, what you are liking on that website, that you can include as a good website, characteristic of good website. Whatever you are not liking on that website, that you can include as that hurdle or bottleneck, or not so good thing for a website, that you can include list of good practices or bad practices. Can you do that? Can you guys do that? Yes, yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, please do that. Please do that. This is going to clear your mind. This is going to help you a lot to get when you start working on your website. This exercise will help you a lot. So best practices according to the audience to whom you are targeting, whether you are targeting old age people or housewives or fashion freaks or bookworms, or to whom you are targeting, according to that target audience you will create your website. And what you want to inform or sell, that is the first question you have to answer. What and where your visitors are accessing your website, they according to that which channel your website is available, where the people are opening your website, on which channel your website is people are finding your website. So that can be a best practices. Why should a visitor buy your product, that is what and why. As we have discussed, that the most important question is what, and second important is why. And how you can add value to the user experience. Entire digital marketing, if you have to take away from the entire course, if you can forget everything about the course, and you can just remember one thing about the entire course, that just remember one thing, you have to add value to your user experience. Whoever is coming on your website, you have to add value to their experience. Their experience on your website should be better, and keep you have to work to make their experience better, content wise, design wise, what wise, value addition wise, offer wise, discount wise, everything. How you can improve the user experience on your website, just keep at least one thing in mind. This most important one thing you must keep in mind while working on digital marketing. Can you guys do that? What you have to keep in mind? What I have asked you to keep in mind. Add value to whom? To whom you have to add value? Users, yes. if, because you are not going to interact with user face to face, you are going to interact with your user using your website. So your website is you. In fact, whatever you are reflecting using your website, that is the first experience user is taking, that the first time your user is interacting with you. So your website should be as smart, as ready as your sales professional. Let's suppose you are going to for the sales, like if you are going to meet a very important client first time, how you will get ready yourself? How you will make yourself ready for that meeting? You will dress yourself with the best cloth, or you will comb, or you will polish your shoes, or you will use the deo or perfume. So that kind of readiness should be reflecting from your website. You will do all the homework, all the preparations, all the presentations, so you will get ready everything. In the same way, your website is working as your own sales professional 24/7. So your sales professional should be always ready to interact or to tackle that users who is coming on your website, right? Yeah, that is the example of good website. Best practices. First, most important best practices is, nowadays number of mobile user is increasing every single day. So you cannot afford that your website should not open well on your mobile. Let's see if your website should be responsive to the devices. That means if we are changing the device, your website should be responsive. So see, your website is responsive or not. Nikita's website is responding, because if we are changing the size of the screen, is this website is adjusting themselves according to the size of the screen, right? This is the example of responsive website. If you are changing, if you have in the different screen size, your website is adjusting, yeah, compatible with the all device. Lokesh, very right. So the first most important factors you have to keep in mind, that your website should be responsive. This technical term is responsive website. Means your website should be compatible with all the devices. Whatever the device size, your website should adjust itself according to the device. This is the first best practices. Nikita, congratulations, your device is your website is responsive. Yeah. And let's go to, there are so many practices, but you have to keep, first thing you have to keep in mind, that website must be responsive. And that above the fold, this is called above the fold. Means whatever your user is seeing in the first screen, this is called first screen. This is called above the fold. Whatever you are seeing in the first screen is called above the fold. So most important messages, most important content, most important best kind of presentation should be available in the first screen, right? So this is called above the fold screen or first screen. In first screen, you have to present your website. You have to answer the what and why question in the first screen. So this is called above the fold. And this whatever is coming below that screen window, below that, it's a, this is after that, it's the below the fold. This is below the fold, and this is above the fold. Here what you can write, Nikita, you can share some most popular book. In one section somewhere, you can give a snapshot of most popular book, or most like if you have exclusive offer for the day, or exclusive offer for the book, or exclusive things which you are providing, so that you can show in the first screen. What you want me to spell? Bharat, what you want me to spell? Responsive? or above the fold. Okay, you got it now. Above the fold. Okay, yes, above the fold. Bharat, you have spelled it right. It's all right. It's above the fold. You all guys have understand above the fold. Yes. So above the fold is the most important section or most important area of your website, and you have to use this area in the optimal way by providing most important content, design, reason, what, why answers. Best offers, exclusive deals you can provide in that above the fold area. And don't if you are creating your website for earning money, or if you are doing advertisement on your website, never ever use advertisement in the first screen. If you are using your website for advertisement of other website, just try to avoid have advertisement in the first screen, because people are not coming to your website to see the advertisement. They are coming to your website to see your exclusive offerings. They are not coming to see others advertisement, right? So you have to keep this above the fold factor in mind. Proper call to action. I used advertisement in the header. Okay, Subham, yeah, Subham, right? Thank you. And Rohit, what's your website? What's your website? Can you give me one more time your website URL? Okay, it's a news website, right? In the news website, it's generally in even in any kind of website, it's not a good idea to have advertisement in above the fold section. But in news website, you are providing exclusive informations, and people are little bit okay with the, like, if you are going through any news channels or newspapers or magazines, advertisements are okay. Do you feel that if you have exclusive website and if you have news channels or news website, then advertisement in that header part is okay. It's a small advertisement in the header part. If it is the news website, then it's okay, no issue in that. But you should not cover the entire first fold with with that advertisement only. Here I cannot see that advertisement. This is the advertisement. Okay, you are not bombarding your visitors with the advertisement. You are giving enough space for the informations for which your visitor has came here. So it's okay, you can use that top screen for the for the advertisement. You are not bombarding your user only for the advertisement, and especially for the news website, because in the news sections people are okay with the advertisement. But when you are doing offering, make sure to don't have advertisement in the first screen. And if even you have if you are using the advertisement in the first screen, it should be small enough. It should not cover that major portion of your first screen. It should not cover the 50% of your first screen with that news only. So got the idea, Rohit? Yes. So that is one of the factor. Your website must have call to action, right? Call to action means you are prompting your user to take any action. You are compelling your user, you are instigating your user to take an action. That action may be by clicking on your advertisement, or by clicking on buy now, or by clicking on that exclusive offer, or by asking them to share your website in their social media, or by asking them to fill this small form, or you can asking them to take any kind of action to the next to visit the next page. So every page, every single page must have one call to action appropriate according to the page. It should not be that every page should have same call to action. According to the page requirement, according to the page content, according to the informations you are sharing on that particular page, you can provide one call to action at the end or in the middle, right? So here you are providing that call to action. Apply this. Where should I apply this? Until and unless I will not finalize the books, how I will apply these bits? How I will avail the free shipping? My first requirement is I have to finalize the books, right? So if I'm clicking here, you have given link to the entire section. So the prime motive is I'm not coming here for the free shipping. I'm not coming here for your 20% discount. My primary motive is to buy a book for my son, or to buy a Chetan Bhagat book, or to buy a self-help book. So I have came here on your website to get that book. My first requirement that I should be able to finalize the book, and then I can use your free shipping, and then I can apply your discount. Could you have 1 minute break, maybe applicable to all? Okay, Bharat, okay, let's have 2 minutes break. Everyone is fine for that? Everyone would like to have break? Okay, so it's not 2 minutes, it's 5 minutes break. In 6:50, in 6:55 we will be back. In 6:55 we will be back. Until now, thank you, Bharat. Until, if who is not taking break, just go through your own website, and or you can go through any of the website, Flipkart or Amazon or any kind of website, and find some good characteristic of that website. Let's back on 5:55, 6:55. All these are best practices we have discussed so far. Apart from that, there are so many best practices. These are the industry standards of the best practices. These are proved one. Other websites have used these best practices and got the better results. So these are the industry wise best practices which you can use on your website. But you have to keep one thing in mind, that your business is unique. Okay. Yeah, everyone is ready. I assume everyone is ready now. All. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's nice. And everything is, my voice is audible to you as well. Okay, that's nice. Nice. Thank you. uh, what we were discussing, we are that above the fold is one of the best practices. These are the industry standards, that these are the best thing people are already doing and proving that these practices are giving them return and giving them better kind of conversions and better kind of user experience. So we will use these best practices on on your own website. But your own website is unique, your own visitor is unique, your own value proposition is different. So all these practices are at in one side, and your unique propositions, or your unique users requirement, or your unique users experience is it is it different. So you have to keep your users requirement in mind. You have to analyze your users behavior using analytics, and then you can optimize your website according to the user requirement. So to get started with, when you are creating your website for the first time, you will use all these best practices. But over a period of time, you will analyze the user's behavior, and you will test different elements of the web pages to optimize it for the better conversion, and to optimize as per your unique users requirement. Got the point? Yeah. So all these are best practices for your new getting started website. If you have already a website, you can optimize it for your unique requirement. So next best practices, your website must have call to action. Let's suppose this is the new website. So what call to action you want? You want them to click on these things, so it's clickable already. All these are clickable websites, so these are things. But what ultimate action you want people to take? That read more is one of the example of call to action, or buy more, read more, share the link. These are the call to actions. So when you are implementing the call to action, it's a good practice to do not use competitive call to action. You should not confuse your user to have too many different kind of call to action. like uh, uh, like you want user to do the searches, and you want user to advertise, like you want user to pay, you want your user to apply now. So all these are call to action. You also want user to take the registration. So these are competing call to action. These that user is not getting clarity that which call to action to take right now. One thing is, as a thumb rule, you can keep one thing in mind: you are creating website for the dumbest kind of user. If you can create a website for the dumbest kind of user, your website is the best website. But when I'm saying dumbest kind of user, I mean to say that user should not be allowed to use their own mind. Users should not use their own mind to which action they should take. You have to give them very clear, compelling, single focused, straight to the point action to take. So users should not use their own mind to what to do next. Whatever you are providing them to do the next, the user should do that action only. So are you getting what I'm trying to say? Rohit, let's suppose Rohit call to action is click on your website, like click on the advertisement. Here, Rohit want ki maximum people should click on the advertisement. So it is not in fact call to action. Call to action when you are it's your motive, it's your revenue generation model. But call to action is something related to the particular website. That view more Rajniti is one of the example of call to action. Search is if you want to do the search, it is one of the example of the call to action. So when I'm saying call to action, rather than providing the competing too many call to action on the same places, nowadays it's a good practice to have one single focused call to action and repeated at least 2 times 3 times on the same page. So users should not get confused that what action they should take. They have only one option to take that action. But it is not applicable on every place. It's not applicable on every website had different motive. But if your entire business is focused towards lead generation or sales or buy or purchase, so in that case you can use these techniques to distraction free call to action. You should not distract user with the competing call to action. Apart from that, navigations easy to reach, user should able to find your pages very easily, and the standard is within 3 clicks. Within 3 clicks user should be able to reach at the most important pages of your website. If user is taking more than 3 clicks to reach to your most important pages, that means you have to optimize your navigation in such a way that user should be able to reach your most important pages within 3 clicks. So you can use different types of content. Like if you some user like images, or some user like graphics, or some user like text, or some user like ppts, or some user like videos. So it's good idea to have different format of the content on your website. So according to the user's choice, they can choose what kind of content they would like to go through, whether they want to see the ppts, or whether they want to see the videos, or they just want to read the text. So multiple type of content on your website is also plus for your SEO, or plus for the as a is a good practice to have a website. You can include social media integrations wherever you are present on the social media. It make you tell your user, tell your website users that you are present on these places in the social media. Let's suppose you must have nowadays every website have that features integrated there where you can showcase them that on which social media places you are active. So this is advertisement and this is your social media presence. On the top right corner you are providing the social media presence. Now what you can do, you can for this particular website you can make your just a sec, you can make your top row as a sticky bar, right? You can make this row breaking news. If you want that breaking news, people are going to click on that, so you can make this bar sticky. You can make this bar social media, you want to increase your social media interactions, you can make this bar sticky. Even people will go scroll the pages, this bar should keep stick on your page. In the same way you can also use the sticky bar here. You can offer the exclusive bar is already here. This is called exclusive sticky bar. So your menu is stick on the top. In the same way you can also use the sticky bar here. In that sticky bar you can offer something very exclusive. If you are not offering that menu options, you can offer very exclusive thing. So that kind of things you can do. This is also very good practices to integrate your social media on your website. And then you must have a section in your website. Using that section you should keep providing new content to your users. So now tell me, if you have 5 page of website and you are not producing more content on your website, will people come to your website very frequently? No, no, no. Yes, exactly. No, they will not come. As a users, they want new content, they want latest content, they want new things. Happening, what is your new arrival, what is your latest arrival, what is the latest news, what extra informations you are going to share with your user. So you have a section on your website. Using that section you can keep adding new things on your website. Means your website may have blog section. Like let's suppose you can have blog section. No, you don't have blog section. Do you have blog section, Nikita? Your social media integration is here, blog is not here. So blog, article, news, if it is news website, by default news site means you are providing the new content on the daily basis. So then for the particularly for the news website, the new content is the blood of that website. You cannot afford to don't have you cannot afford to delay updating your website with the latest content. But even if you have a simple product or services or best website, you must have a section on your website. Through that section you should keep updating new content for your users. It may be your blog section, it may be news section, it may be resource section, or it may be like a webinar section, or it may be video section, or it may be feedback section, or it may be testimonial section, or it may be any kind of like PPT section or video sections. Using that section you will keep updating new things for your users. So this is very important factor in ranking as well, how frequently you are updating the latest content or new content on your website. So your website must have blog section. So now this is activity for you. Would you like to do these activities now? You can plan your website. You have to everyone have to create your website now in today's class or in the next class. These two classes dedicated for the website creation. So let's plan right now. What are the pages you want to have on your website? what kind of website you want to have, and what are the pages you want on your website: about us, contact us, services, product, categories, subcategories. What are the menus you want, what are the header you want, what you want in the footer section, what you want in the right navigation section. That little bit of planning you can do in the 5 minutes. Would you like to do that planning right now, or you will create that planning in your spare time, and you will come up with that plan in the next class? Right now, Nikita want to do in the spare time. So let's have 5 minutes. Create your plan now. Just create rough plan now, and in your spare time, you guys will refine it. It's fine. Just create your rough website plan right now, and in your spare time you will make it better. Just create your rough plan right now. Number of pages, at least plan about a rough plan about 5 pages. Let's start. In the domain name server, you have to associated IP is attached, that this domain is related to which IP. That domain name server return that which particular IP is attached with this domain, right? So once that internet service provider got this IP, they locate the computer where that data related to that IP is attached, and from that server, from that computer, they request for the connection, and that server that serve the data, and then that data is served to the user. So this is user looking for google.com. This browser is when the browser get decode the http, and this internet service provider look for the domain name server. That at that domain name server, they get to know that this particular domain is attached with which unique IP. Once that internet service provider know that domain name, know that IP address, they locate the place, they locate the computer where that entire content about that IP is stored. Then internet service provider connect with that server and request for the content of this IP, and then that server serve the content to the internet service provider, and that internet service provider serve back those content to the user. So that domain name, you got the point of a domain name. Understand, basically you need not to understand in such a level, but basically you understand what is it, how it work. Yes, nice, thank you. So we will discuss in the key how you can book a domain, how you can register a domain from any other places. A little bit of idea I will share about that as well. So domain name has three sections that I might have already discussed yesterday. One, www is third level domain. Domain name which you buy, which you decide, which you can choose, that is desired, that is decided by you. This is second level domain, and .com, .info, .co.in is your top level domain. So this is your entire domain name. www.yourwebsite.com is your domain name. So once you have that domain name, in that particular domain you can create categories, or you can create product or services or information or anything you can provide and that domain. So that will appear after the domain name. If you have a category page, that will be your website.com/category, or your website.com/product one, or your website.com/services, your website.com/about us. So these about us, contact us, category, all these are different file name on your domain. So you understand the domain name. we can buy the domain name from different places. There are so many websites. These are called domain registrant website. You can just go to the Google and there are Godaddy, Namecheap, Bluehost, hostgator, InMotion. All these are different kind of domain, different website for domain registration. Here you can just write cheap domain registration, right? So you will get a lot of options. You can book from Godaddy or Big Rock or one-on-one. These are the different. Bluehost is also there. These are the paid ad. You can see that these domain provider is doing the paid ad as well, or you can buy your domain from here as well. Let's suppose you are buying domain from the Godaddy. You will go to that website. From wherever you want to buy, from whatever website you want to buy, you can go and find, you can search for the name you want to register. There are chances that you will not get to find that generic name. Let's suppose I want to register education website. So education dot com. If you want to go and search for education.com, whether we find it or not. No, yes. So most of the time, if you go for the generic name, it will appear the domain name is not available for the registration. Sorry, .com. This domain name is not available. Isn't available means someone else has bought this domain. Now you have to make it unique. Let's suppose you are making it education.in. If you want to register that education.in, it's also not available. Let's suppose we are registering education in digital marketing. So I want to register digital marketing training .in. Let's suppose you can choose according to your business whatever domain characteristic we have discussed. Accordingly you will search for the domain name. This domain name is also not available, and they are suggesting some other domain name, media marketing training or digital marketing schooling or digital marketing digital this is there are few suggestions they are giving you. You can use these suggestions if you are finding something relevant. If you are not finding, you can do the brainstorming. Digital marketing training .co.in. Let's go for co.in. If you can find, no, it's also not available. So digital marketing training for all, let's suppose you are using this one, is available. But this deal is domain is available, but it's that in on auction means when that domain is available for the auction, then it's very costly. It's the domain name is very costly. Someone else has already bought this domain, but they are reselling it. Then either you can find the domain is available or not available, or on in auction. Available means you can buy the domain, not available means you cannot buy the domain, and on auction means you have to pay very high price for that particular domain. So let's suppose you want to let's book for digital marketing training dmt.in. If you are going for dmt.in is also not available. Let's you are going for dmt.dmedu digital marketing education.in. So to book, if you want to book .edu website or .gov.in website, you cannot book that domain from these registrant. To book edu website or to book gov.in website, you have to book this website from government. You have to take a special permission from NIC India. Then only you can book .gov or .edu website. Again, this website is on auction. I cannot afford it. So let's suppose digital marketing classes DMC 99. You are going for isn't available. 99 DMC. Let's go. You are going for digital marketing classes, Delhi. Now it's a quite a try digital educations. Okay, okay, that we will try digital. This is also a nice name. Learn digital marketing or learn DM. That's also nice options. We will try. For now, you got the idea. Do you guys got the idea how to find the domain? Yes, that's nice. So once you will finalize, once you are happy with the name, you will click on continue to cart. The first thing we have required, ki first step is buy your domain. Once you decided about the domain, then next what you need? You need a hosting. So these are the options available for you for your hosting, whether you want to buy hosting space with website builder or you want to have hosting space in which you can install any software. In this hosting plan, you cannot install any software. You have to use a software given by the Godaddy. That software is website builder. It is very similar very similar kind of software as you are working on WordPress. So they will give you a lot of tool to integrate and to create your website, but you cannot use any other application. You cannot use WordPress, Magneto, Joomla, or PHP or hard-coded HTML. You cannot have that specific technology. But when you are going for the hosting, you can use any application to create your website. So let's suppose we are selecting this hosting plan. In that hosting plans, again, according to the cost, there are so many features. You can go for the economy hosting. You can go for the economy hosting. You can integrate only one website. You can host only one website. 10 GB of disk space, unlimited bandwidth, 100 email addresses on that domain you can create. This is economy. This is deluxe, unlimited website, unlimited disk space, unlimited bandwidth, 500 email addresses, and 25 database spaces. This is again unlimited ultimate plan, unlimited website, unlimited disk space, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited databases, 1000 email address, free premium domain name server, and free SSL security, that HTTPS. This SSL security, you have to pay for that services. You are getting free of cost in this plan. So you can choose a plan as per your budget and your requirement. Let's suppose you are choosing this one. Then first thing, you need a domain. Second thing, you need a hosting. Third thing, to get started, what is the use of email address? Bharat, we are talking about email address on your domain. So let's suppose you have booked the domain DM learn or DM learning, learn DM. So you want to create website like contact at learn DM or bharat at learndm.com or info at learndm.com. So this is the number of email IDs you can create on your domain name, because these are the email IDs is used by users, and whatever mail you are receiving, that mail will get stored on the server. So that server space get used for that. So that's why they restrict that how many email IDs you can create on your domain. So after deciding, this is the minimum things you require to have to get started your website. Once you have decided your domain, once you have decided your hosting, you can continue to the cart. Can you link professional email ID to? Yes, you can link. You can use Google business. You can use Google business options. If there you can have you can link your Gmail ID with your professional email dedicated email IDs on your website. You can link both the things. It's possible to link that. So you will decide that how much it's asking for the payment. You can decide how much years you want to buy for the domain, and for how much year you are buying this hosting plan. Let's suppose you are buying for 1 year, and you are buying for 12 months. So this is costing you this much. You can proceed to the checkout. if you are a new customer, you can use new customer, continue. If you are a returning customer, you can use the user ID password for the uh, that platform. Here you have to create the account by providing billing information, credit card, debit card details. So you will provide all these informations and you can continue. Your domain and hosting will be registered. So can you guys register your domain and hosting? Yes. Once you are registered your domain and hosting, you can we can integrate. We can configure that hosting for the for that particular domain. So let's suppose I assume you have registered your hosting. Now we can enter into the this dashboard. Let's suppose you have bought your domain and hosting from the Godaddy. Here this is the whatever account you have created while registering the domain name and hosting. In that account, here you will get that my account, and in my account option you can click on visit. You will provide user ID password to log in into that account. That user ID password you have created while buying domain and hosting. जब आप domain hosting buy कर रहे थे तो whatever user ID password you created, you have to provide that user ID password to log in into the GoDaddy GoDaddy dashboard. It's a GoDaddy dashboard. There you can see whatever product and services you have buy from GoDaddy. And if you want, if you have just bought domain and hosting, you can see only these two things, right? So configure the hosting, you will go and click on the manage. To configure the hosting, you will go and click on the manage. Once you will click on the manage, for the first time they will ask you to they will ask you to set up. They will ask you to set up, and if you have already configured, they will ask you to manage. That setup is for the new and manage is for the old one. So let's suppose you want to set up one WordPress account. You can click on the setup, and that if you want to create the new WordPress account, you will click on new. Here you will select the domain name. Here you will select the domain name for which you want to create your WordPress, right? So right now we all these are already set up. Right now we are not going to select, but this way you can manage your you will provide the control panel user ID and password, and then you will click on finish. Then you will be able to log in into your control panel, right? So here you have to provide all the details about the domain, which domain you want to, for which domain you want to do the hosting. Are you guys here? Can you listen to me? Hello. Hello guys. बेटा क्यों नेट ही नहीं आ रहा यहाँ पे? Hello guys, can you hear me? Is it fine? Can you hear me now? Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Mm-hmm. So that way, uh, you have to add your domain name to the hosting. You will provide the domain name, control panel, user ID, password, and then you can add your domain to the hosting. And if you have registered your domain somewhere else, and if your hosting is somewhere else, then what you will do, you will find the name server from the hosting space, you will copy that name server and will paste it at the domain service provider. अगर आपने डोमेन कहीं और से लिया है, होस्टिंग कहीं और से ली है, तो जहां से होस्टिंग ली है, that hosting service provider will give you name server. You have to copy that name server and you have to paste that name server in the domain registrant. जहां से आपने डोमेन लिया है वहां पे अपना नेम सर्वर पुट करना होगा, so that जब भी डोमेन के लिए रिक्वेस्ट हो, वो डोमेन रजिस्ट्रांट उसको राइट जगह पे होस्टिंग के स्पेस पे पॉइंट कर पाए. That is the next thing you have to keep in mind. And then we will install WordPress. And installing that WordPress is again very easy. Let's suppose you will go to the control panel. Let's suppose you have registered your website using Godaddy. First you will log in into your Godaddy account. It's the Godaddy account level access. First, whatever you are seeing in this, you will click on that sign in, and then you will log in into the account. This is Godaddy account level access. When you are going and seeing the hosting space, when you are going to seeing that hosting space, this is control panel level access. Here you are seeing the control panel of the hosting space. First you have to go to the Godaddy, or from wherever you have bought your hosting, you will go to the account level access, and then next to the hosting, and then you have to install the WordPress. So that installation of the WordPress you can do using, you can manage your hosting space from here. These WordPress are already installed in this domain, so that's why they are directly going to that WordPress. So this is your cPanel account. This is the control panel. This is the control panel. You can add a new domain. You can manage all your files on the control panel. You can create email IDs. You can add any application. So if you want to add WordPress, you will go to the control panel, then you will click on the application, and in that application you will select WordPress. You will select WordPress. These are the applications. So many applications, all the popular applications are available here to install. WordPress is the very popular. Most of the time people use WordPress. So for our implementation, SEO and other things, we will also use WordPress. So you will click on that WordPress, and then you will click on install application. Click on install application, and there, after click on the install, you will select the domain on which domain you want to install that applications. You will select the domain, and let's suppose all these domain have already WordPress already installed. So you will select the domain, and then you will keep it blank, and then you will provide all these settings will be keep same, need not to change. This is the WordPress version that you are accepting, that WordPress terms and conditions. You are setting that automatic update, or all these are software, so automatic or manual update is required for this software. So all these settings you can keep as it is. Next, what you will do, you will change this user ID, password and email IDs. These three things you will change, and you will note down somewhere. So what user ID? Let's suppose the user ID is well being tools. Your website is well being tool. Whatever user ID you want to keep, you can keep that user ID, and you will provide some password, very tough password. Whatever password you want to provide to use the WordPress, this user ID password you will use to log in into the WordPress account. Here you will provide the email ID. So using that email ID, WordPress will communicate with you. These three informations you have to change. Basically, rest of the information you can change anytime. But first, you have to select the domain, for which domain you want to install the WordPress. Second, all these settings you can keep as it is, but you will change this username, administrative user ID, password, and email IDs. And after that, you will click on the install. Right now, that clicking on the install is the only thing. Once you will install, click on the install, this kind of window will appear that your applications has been installed. So this kind of window will appear that your WordPress has been installed. There you can click, this is the website for your users, which your user will see, and this is the URL where you will manage your website. So this is the user ID, this is the users dashboard, and this is the WordPress dashboard where you will do the changes. So this is the WordPress dashboard, your website.com/WPD admin. This is your WordPress dashboard where you will do the create the pages, post, appearance, header, footer, manage, menus, common area, content area, medias, everything. You can manage your website using WordPress. This is your WordPress dashboard, and this appearance will be applied to users. This website your user will see. So in the next class, we are going to use the WordPress. In next class, we will use the WordPress. So what are the components available to you and how you can create your website using WordPress? Till now, we have discussed about that domain, hosting and WordPress. Once you install the WordPress, Once you install the WordPress, you will provide user ID password, whatever admin user ID password you have decided while installing the WordPress. जब WordPress install कर रहे थे सर्वर पे, उस टाइम में जो भी आपने user ID password और email ID दिया था, that you will save somewhere, and whenever you want to manage your website or do any kind of changes in your website, you will go to the your website /wp admin. You have to provide your user ID password, and then you will click on login, and this dashboard will appear. This dashboard will appear. So in the next class, we will use this dashboard to create our website. Is it all fine? Yeah. So let's have few questions related to the today's class. Are you guys ready for the question? Okay, let's answer the question. Nice. All of the above is the answer. No, responsive design, simple navigations, include social media. All these are major component of design. So answer will be all of the above. 71% people have voted for all of the above. So one more questions. Can you guys see the question? Okay, nice. And that right answer, in fact, I think right answer is not an option at all. In fact, WordPress, Joomla, and Drupal, all these three are CMSs. WordPress, Joomla, and Drupal, all three are CMS. So A, B, C, all these are uh, CMS, content management system. Nice. Thank you for answering. And do you guys have questions? Let's ask your questions. Let's ask your questions. Would you like to ask questions, or you would like to prepare your questions for the next class? You can create your questions and ask in the next class. Okay. Rohit has no questions. Sure, I can have your email ID. Yes, I will look forward to the questions. Can we have FB group to get the updates and clear the doubts by other two? Yes, definitely. Uh, you can join this one. Would you like to join existing group, or you want to create new group, Prakash? If you want to create new group, just create it and invite. If you want to join, if you want to create new group, you can create and invite me. If you want to join existing group, I'm just sharing that group with you guys. There you can share your or you can join all of them, and there a few people keep discussing their doubts. It's a invitation only close group, so all person cannot join. So you have to request for the joining, then I will accept, then you will come and discuss yourself. So oh, sorry, we have to go for the group one. It's not add, it's group. I'm just sharing the link of the group. You can join that group. It's a digital marketing class, I think. It's digital marketing. This is the group. You can request for joining this group, and once I will accept the request, you guys can uh, discuss everything. Right? You got the link? Okay, nice. So let's have discussion. I'm also occasionally go and answer the questions, and if once the class is over, I will share you one's WhatsApp group as well, and there people also discuss a lot of thing about the digital marketing. If once you are ready to participate in that group, right now we can start with this group. It's fair enough for the day. Okay. In the next class, you guys will be ready with your detailed plan so that we will apply all those plan in WordPress. We, are you asking for my email ID? Bharat, are you okay? Okay, I'm just giving you. It's bhanabhardwaj99 at gmail.com. Got the Bharat? Yeah, Rohit, tell me. Yeah, Rohit, what you want to? So Rohit has requested to join the group. I have approved it. Bharat has also requested. Bharat and Rohit have joined that group. Okay, any specific need or anything else? Thank you. So we can wind up for the day.